Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also fine. Welcome to NIEBS Home School. I am Abdul Alim, an assistant teacher of English, National Ideal English Version School. Today I am going to conduct an agriculture class for the student of class 6. Dear students, today's topic is CQ 9, 10, 12. Today's lecture number 19 and SW 18. Now let's have a look. Creative question 9. STEM. There is 20 decimal of unused highland beside the house of Abul Hussain and another 50 decimal land in the field. He meets the demand of food crops from the yield. Abul Hussain decided to use land beside his home appropriately. Okay. There are 4 questions. How many classes are the crops divided into according to agricultural science? Okay. Number A, answer. According to agricultural science, crops are divided into 2 classes or 2 types. Now, number B, explain why the economic importance of horticulture crops is more. Dear students, you have to explain economic importance of horticulture crops is more. Why? We know that horticulture is related to study or practice of growing flowers. There is ample scope to create job over the year from productions to marketing of horticulture crops by applying capital, labor, technology in every stage. The importance of horticultural crops is higher than crops in the field. That means horticultural crops is higher than crops in the field because more value is added by processing these crops. Okay. Now see, what kind of steps should Abul Hussain take for ensuring appropriate use of land beside his home or house? What kind of steps should Abul Hussain take? Okay. Horticultural crops may be cultivated in 20 decimal unused lands and beside Abul Hussain's house, highland near to his home is suitable for cultivating horticultural crops like fruit trees, flowers, vegetables. For meeting nutrition's demand of his family from his land, Abul Hussain can cultivate fruit trees like mango, jackfruit, vegetables like potato, brinjal in his land. He may cultivate flowers for meeting thirst for beauty along with the cultivating onion, pepper for meeting the demand of spice. Okay. These are the steps. Okay, steps should Abul Hussain take. And next, evaluate the characteristic of cultivation of Abul Hussain's 50 decimals land. Evaluate. Here you have to evaluate the questions, and you have to show the characteristic of cultivations. Abul Hussain meets the demand for his family from cultivating 50 decimal field level land. The land near to home is normally high. That means normally high in nature. Field level land is normally low in nature and comparatively big. That means field level land is normally big since field does not need intensive cultivation like horticulture crops. That means field lands does not need intensive cultivation like horticulture crops. On the other hand, horticulture crops needs intensive cultivation. Rice, wheat, maize, etc. may be cultivated for meeting the scarcity of staple food. Besides, lentil, oil, fiber crops, sugarcane and animal food may be produced. And next creative question number 10. Ducks, hens and pigeons are very familiar domestic birds. Dear students, we know that these are the very familiar domestic birds. These birds are rare almost in every houses of the villages in Bangladesh. These are the common characteristic, and every houses of Bangladesh they rear these common domestic birds in their houses. Usually women take care of these birds. This is also common, and we get meat and eggs from these domestic birds. We also get cash money selling these birds. These are the this is the stem, and name some ducks of improved species. There is a answer: Indian runner, khaki Campbell, and jending are ducks of improved species. And number B, mention the characteristic of the duck. There is three characteristic. Characteristic of the duck are as follows: they get adjusted with the environment of houses, they lay eggs in the house and give birth by hatching, they themselves can collect their own food. And number C, describe about the closed method of rearing pigeons. Okay, a pigeon is reared within a big room in closed method, so it is necessary to ensure that sufficient light and air may enter the room. In this method, a nest or cell is made in the room. Moreover, pots with food and water are managed in the room. Precautions are taken so that no rain water may enter the room. The cell is made in such a way that the pigeon may fly in the room. A pigeon must not be disturbed when it collects straw, lays eggs, and hatches the eggs. These are the very important. You just remember when you cultivate pigeon. Now, question number D. Discuss the common characteristic of domestic birds. Okay, there are some common characteristic of domestic birds. The common characteristic of the domestic birds are as follows. They become tamed easily, it's common, and they get adjusted with the environment of the houses, and they know and follow their keeper for food. They lay eggs in the house and give birth by hatching. They are adept in rearing their babies. They themselves can collect their food. And last creative question, question number 12. Forest grows naturally. Forest grows in hilly areas, and forest grows in Madhupur areas. Forest grows in coastal areas. What is deciduous trees? Answer. Deciduous trees, that means the trees those shed their leaves during winter and dry season to reduce the loss of water through transpirations are called deciduous trees. These are the definition of deciduous trees. And number B, write down the importance of social forest. There are 6 importance. Importance of social forest is a pleasant environment of shade and coolness is ensured, supply of food and nutrition of the rural people is ensured. And we get wood, fuel, raw materials of industries, employment opportunities of the rural people are created. Proper utilizations of the fallow land is ensured, and economic prosperity including poverty eradications takes place. These are the importance of social forest. And number C, how does forest maintain ecological balance? That means ecological balance. This is very important, and it is related to plants and nature. Number C, importance of forest in maintaining ecological balance is unlimited. That means forest plays a vital important roles in maintaining ecological balance. The ways forests maintain ecological balance are trees of the forest absorb carbon dioxide. That means forest absorb carbon dioxide of the air and give up oxygens in the environment. These are very necessary for human being. So balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is ensured. Number 2, trees of the forest release vapors in the air, so environment remains cold. Trees of the forest decrease extremity of the weather. They control the speed of the wind blow. Trees of the forest make the soil fertile. Trees of the forest produce food for animal and work as their habitat. Trees of the forest save environment from soil erosions and landslide. Trees of the forest save localities from natural calamities such as tornado, storm, tidal wave, and flood. Trees of the forest help preserving biodiversity. Okay, now describe D. That means you have to describe this point identifying the forest. The forest D in the stem is coastal forest. The forest grown naturally in the coastal areas are called coastal forests. These are the definition of coastal forest. Moreover, the forest grown in a planned way in a coastal areas are also called, another definition, coastal forests are found in Coxsbazar. That means these are found in Coxsbazar, Chittagong, Noakhali, Khulna, Baghdad, Satkhira. Okay, these are available in this district. The coastal forest located in Khulna, Baghdad and Satkhira is known as Sundarban. That means here we have already known Sundarban is a coastal forest. As the forest is frequently submerged in tide, it is also known as mangrove forest. Another definition of mangrove forest, that the Sundarbans is the largest mangrove forest in the world. This is about Sundarban, and the total area of the forest is 6,000 square kilometer. This is the area of the forest of Sundarban. This forest is the largest coastal natural forest. Another definition, natural forest. And natural beauty of this forest is excellent. Sundari is the main tree of this forest. Moreover, Poshur, Gawa, Goran, Kaura, Golpata, etc. are the remarkable trees. These are the well-known trees of this forest. The main attractions of the forest is Royal Bengal tiger, spotted deer, leopard, and wild boar, monkeys, crocodile, gavials, python, and insects of different species live in this forest. Okay, thanks. That means that's all for today. Dear students, I am giving homework number from creative question 12, question number D. You will submit next Sunday, and this is important because your CT mark and SBM marks depends on this homework. Practice a lot, listen to your parents. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.